Hey, man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your boy, Nephew Q, host of the world's most dangerous sports show, Beyond the Game. If this is your first time tuning in, if you're watching via Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, every kind of live there is out there, I got to my right, y'all left, my constituent, my homeboy, my brother from another mother, LeBron James's biggest fan. This dude I got on the mic right now, and I hope Kenny Anderson is listening.
We got a guest.
Ralph Clay despises Michael Jeffrey Jordan, but anyways, we got Ralph Clay in the building. Ralph, go and introduce yourself one time for the one time.
I do appreciate the introduction, but Q, let's not start off with lies, man. We got a guest today, man. What's up, world? Let's get to it.
Hey, man, I don't know how to act when we got company, man.
Show off, man.
I don't know how to act. But anyways, we got another special guest in the building. This guy is world renowned. If you don't know him, you've been living underneath a rock. He's been everywhere from the CBA, NBA, NFL. If there's a sport to be played, our coach, he's been a part of it. I got Mr. Oscar in the building. Go introduce yourself one time.
How's everybody doing? Glad to be here.
Yes, sir. And then we're going to go ahead and get into the proceedings because we got a very special guest in the building. Man. We have NBA vet and head coach of Fisk University, Mr. Kenny Anderson himself. Mr. Anderson, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Nice. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, man. When Mr. Oscar told us that he reached out to you about possibly coming on, I was like, yes.
Please.
Get him on here.
Please.
Get him on here. So, go ahead, Mr. Oscar.
I like to say, Brother Anderson and I don't go back personally way back, but we do go way back. We're both from Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And I remember when Kenny was being recruited by Bobby Crimmins as a freshman coming out of Brooklyn. And when I found out that he signed to play for Georgia Tech, I was about as excited then as you guys are now.
There it is.
I said, homeboy coming to Atlanta.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Anderson, just a couple quick questions, man. We don't want to take up too much of your time, we want to go back. We want to take you back, man. Go turn the time machine on. Take you back from the beginning of the time now. I seen that you had college coaches recruiting you as young as when you was in the 6th grade. You was on the front page. Did he hang up? Okay, there he is. Hold on. Mr. Anderson, you still there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I got back on. I called back. I got clicked off.
Oh, man, we can't be having that. We can't be having that at all. So we gonna take you back, Mr. Anderson. We're gonna go all the way back, start you with your youth and go all the way up to where you at right now.
Absolutely.
And I seen that as early as the 6th grade, you had college coaches trying to recruit you. You was on the front page of the New York City sports page at age 14. We know you went to Archbishop, which has a rich history in sports, and you was a 4-time parade All-American, All-City 4 times, actually the first person to do that, Mr. Basketball. Talk to me about the recruiting process because you was a McDonald's All-American, and some of the recruiting sites had you ranked number 1 over the likes of Shaq and Jimmy Jackson.
I was the number 1 recruit coming out. You know, I was the number 1 player, and I was handled the right way. My mentor Vincent Smith and my high school coach Jack Curran. You know, I was just really placed in Archbishop Malloy High School where education was first, and the way I came up was different than the average New York ball player. So I was just blessed, man. I like to say I was just blessed.
Hey, man.
Absolutely.
So we everybody know that you chose to go to Georgia Tech, and we'll get to that in a second. But what I want to know is was there another school that you could have possibly signed to or was close to signing to instead of Georgia Tech?
Yeah, Syracuse was was the first. That's where I wanted to go, Syracuse, because of Pearl Washington. He went there, and I was just amazed on, everything he did growing up in New York and heard about him. And so I went on my visit. I only went to 2 visits, Georgia Tech and Syracuse. And my mother came in and was like, nah, you're going to go to Georgia Tech. So I had to go to Georgia Tech. That was it. She was like, I don't want to hear about it no more. You're going to Georgia Tech.
Hey, mama got the last word.
My mama, that was it. So, I just went to Georgia Tech, and it went so well for me. It was just a great deal for me to go there with Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver. I was coached by Coach Crimmins. It was just a great situation to be involved in.
Hey, Coach Anderson, this is Ralph. So I got a question about the recruiting process also. So I see you chose Georgia Tech over the likes of like a Duke, North Carolina. Yeah. So what made you not want to go visit those two schools, having the name that they have?
Well, I was going to go to visit Duke, but Coach K called me because Bob Hurley, he wanted to go to North Carolina. But he just knew, Vincent Smith, my mentor, his younger brother, Kenny Smith, went to North Carolina. So when Duke, Coach K called me when Bob Hurley signed with Duke. He was like, well, you don't really have to come to the visit because we signed Bob Hurley. So I was like, okay, cool. And North Carolina came to the school a bunch of times, but I just didn't want to be in the way they ran their system. I just think it wasn't for me. So I wanted to go somewhere where I was able to, be just a point guard where I could just run the team. And Coach Crimmins gave me that leeway.
Yeah, absolutely. That was a great decision.
Yeah.
Going there and joining, the likes of, Dennis Scott, what was his name, Brian Oliver, and forming that Lethal Weapon 3. I mean, how was that? Do you feel like overall you made the right decision in going to Georgia Tech?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I made the right decision for myself. Going all the way to the Final Four as a freshman, winning the ACC. It was just awesome playing with Dennis Scott, who was a great shooter. He played for Orlando Magic. Brian Oliver was great, two-guard, rebounder, assist, scoring load he handled. And he got drafted to Philadelphia 76ers. And, and I went to Georgia Tech, and after that, I went number 2 in the draft. So I did everything possible, for myself and for – it's a great school for me to be at.
Man, and you brought up Georgia Tech, and since we right in the middle of March Madness, and like you just said, as a freshman, you have Georgia Tech get to the Final Four. You was named Freshman of the Year. Now, talk to me about that tournament run with Dennis Scott and Brian Oliver during that. I know y'all won the ACC championship by beating North Carolina and Duke as well. So talk to me about that whole ACC tournament run up to the actual NCAA run. Uh-oh, did we lose Kenny again? I think we lost him again. So until we get Kenny Anderson back in the building, I'm going to talk about, since we're talking about March Madness, B Legend.
What's good?
I'm glad Goo's in the boy. Goo.
I'm glad Mr. Anderson called back. Thank goodness. Thank you for calling back.
Goo, you got lucky, Goo. You got lucky, Goo. But we have Mr. Anderson back on the line. Kenny, you there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, we got Coach Kenny Anderson of Fisk University on the line right now. I was asking you, since we're right in the middle of March Madness, and like I alluded to, as a freshman, you helped lead Georgia Tech to the Final Four and was named Freshman of the Year. Talk to me a little bit about that run in the ACC tournament when y'all beat North Carolina and Duke on your way to the ACC title, and that run in the NCAA tournament as well.
Well, I don't remember so much of it. The ACC title has been so long, but I do remember the run, we winning. I remember the Final Four when we lost to UNLV. We was up at half by like 7, and then I got into foul trouble, and then they pulled away and beat us by like 8 points, something like that. It was just a great run, man. Our team was very fit for everything, man. I played with Malcolm Mackey. He was our center. Johnny McNeil was our forward. And then myself and Dennis Scott, Brian Oliver. We just had a great team. And we did extremely well our first year. And then we won the ACC tournament. I think we was like third, something like that, and we won the ACC tournament. We played Virginia in the finals of the ACC tournament. They had John Crotty, Brian Stitt. That was a couple of names I can remember, but we pulled it off, man. So we did that. It was just a great year. I think we lost only 6 games. We was 28-6, and we had a hard schedule.
Let's go Woodall here with you. I need to ask, did you play during the era when Dwayne Farrell was with Georgia Tech and Fred Vinson?
No, that was I came after. I was after Dwayne Farrell. Fred Vinson came after me also. I didn't play with them guys.
Well, the reason why I ask you that because I know Fred Vincent is now an assistant coach in the NBA, and I had him in the USBL when I drafted him out of Georgia Tech to play for the Atlanta Trojans.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're
He
familiar
was
with that or not.
very good, great shooter, very good coach. He's doing a hell of a job over there in New Orleans, and I'm happy for him. Really happy for him.
I remember telling Freddie one day after a game when Georgia Tech played, I pulled him to the side privately while I was able to do that. I told him, hang in there, you'll make it to the NBA, but you're going to have to do it the way Dwayne Farrell did that. He asked me what I mean. I said, you're going to need a little bit more seasoning, and you're not going to get any more seasoning than you're getting. So that's why I drafted him out of Georgia Tech into the USBL because I honestly believed in the young man. And the rest is history.
Yep.
Hey, Coach Anderson, hang tight with us. We got to pay some bills real quick, take a quick commercial break. But when we come back on Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM, we'll get into Kenny Anderson's NBA career and also him coaching at Fisk University when we come back on Beyond the Game.
I got one more college question before you transition to the NBA.
Man, you do.
This is dope, bro.
Huh?
That's dope.
Appreciate it, man. He's the one who hooked that up.
Oh, man, appreciate
Yeah,
you, man.
Nah, 'cause I got a couple more college questions, too.
I can't tell because I can't feel
There
it.
you go. You good now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was called up. He's ready, wasn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him that.
Stroke, I can't
I'm going to
feel
ask him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you, man.
I was asking Chuck, did you want to ask questions more when we get to the NBA portion of it?
You know me. I'm going to jump in when
Okay.
the time is right.
Okay.
So the time is right.
So you're going to get in where you fit in, huh?
Okay. Because I got some, Kobe and Jordan questions.
Because, these sort of...
I didn't know if we could answer that. I didn't know
Absolutely,
how.
you can
Okay,
answer it.
okay, because you gave us a list of stuff. I was trying to stick to.
Nah, you can ask it. I got it. What
We
was it
gotta
like?
ask about. We gotta ask about y'all haters of the '90s basketball.
Oh.
We gotta talk about that. But
Oh,
I got another college question before we.
I got some more college questions too, so you good.
That's a good one. Yeah, we got to get into all
Yeah, we
that.
got to.
All that-
Somebody
all
who
that
actually played in the '90s,
I know
not
me.
somebody we just talking about it. Somebody who actually played in the '90s.
Why you go through all that, man? You don't feed into that. You don't feed into that. You see how, hey, look, you see how I don't even,
You said Jordan would never.
yeah. I'm going to give you saying that. He going to say Jordan would never do.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We have NBA vet and head coach of Fisk University, Kenny Anderson, on the line. Kenny, just a couple more questions about your college career. Now, I know you believe Georgia Tech colors. You left after your sophomore season, as you talked about. In today's game, you would definitely be a one and done. And if you couldn't play for Georgia Tech, which college would you play for today?
Well, I don't know, but I wouldn't have been a one and done. I love the college. I love college too much, so I was trying to stay until my junior year, but all the big men was gone, so I left earlier. Then Shaquille, Alonzo, all the big men was coming, so my mentor was like, "Yo, you might as well dart out of there, get out of there." So I left after my sophomore year, but I'm not sure where I would have went to school. I just looked at it, coming from, Georgia Tech, picking Georgia Tech. It just was the right school for me. Just everything. It was just the right school for me to be at. And it's just an awesome play for them and just going through what I went through down in Atlanta, GA. It was awesome.
I mean, me personally, I think you should have went to North Carolina. But Ralph, go ahead. You got a question?
You heard what he said about North Carolina?
North Carolina. Why would we go to North Carolina?
Because hold on, Ralph. Because if you look at it, not to cut
if
you
he
off,
ain't playing with the legend.
He said he didn't like the way they was running their program in North Carolina.
North Carolina does great with recruiting New York City point guards. That's all I'm saying.
This is the best New York City point guard, and they didn't do a good job at that.
Because his mama told him he got to go to Georgia Tech.
Okay.
We can't overrule mama. We can't overrule mama. Go ahead with your question, Clay.
All right, Coach Anderson, this is Ralph again. So I'm just going to name off a couple of names from this list that I read. Magic Johnson, Bob Cousy, Phil Ford, Isaiah Thomas, Gary Payton, Jason Kidd, Jameer Nelson. On that list, you are ranked number 13. These are the top 4. This is the Bleacher Report top 40 college point guards. At 13, do you feel like you should be higher?
Yeah,
or do you feel
I should be 3. I should. All right, college.
He said college. Oh heck no, ain't no way. I'm
different, but college, man. I should be like I would say Isaiah and Magic.
Okay.
my college career, man. Just look at it. It's better than remember those days you said Jason Kidd is an awesome all Hall of Famer, all those guys. But college? Come on, man.
I was thinking the same thing when I seen names like Jameer Nelson. I didn't believe that.
Come on, man. 13. But the people know. People in New York, people that know basketball in my New York area, my Atlanta area, and they know, man. Come on, man.
Send me the paper so I can co-sign that for you, brother.
Yeah, and you don't even have to, because I already know. I'm 53 years old. It's obvious. My freshman year alone. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
That don't make no sense.
Yes, sir.
Maybe the reporters didn't like me who did that list.
It's got to be that, because I don't see how you was number 13 on that list.
13? Point guard? Come on, man. That's a slap in my face. Come on, man. The guys that led their team to champions, Magic, yes. Isaiah Thomas, and who else?
Who else was on that list?
Hey, Bob Cousy, Guy Rogers, Phil Ford, Bobby Hurley.
No, Phil Ford. No. Bob Hurley, Phil Ford. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not even going to talk about that college basketball. College point guards, man. I'm one of the best. I can say that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And I'm not. And I don't like to be. I'm modest. I don't like to. But come on, 13. College basketball? Nah.
Y'all get him upset today.
Hey, but you know how that is.
You got me upset with that one. I never heard that one.
Yeah, but that is. They love me. They love that Bob Hurley.
Oh yeah,
they love that Bob.
Hurley. I never heard this one.
Could you have played at Rucker Park? Knowing your credentials, could you have played at Rucker Park?
Yeah, I played in Rucker Park when it was each one teach one. See, that whole park was named. It was different. I played when I was like 13. In each one teach one. Everybody that grew up playing in New York, they know each one teach one. That was a huge tournament back then, and then it came into the Rucker Park, and then it came into the entertainment league. So I played in every borough in New York. So that was my mentor, me and Vincent. He was like, "You got to tear it up. Just tear every borough up. And let them know that what you about and how you play." And I'm from Queens, so I played in Manhattan, Bronx. Everywhere, Brooklyn, and I ripped it up, man. I ripped it up at an early age.
Yes, I know Bobby Hurley ain't playing all them things. I know that.
I know Bobby Hurley wasn't playing in that either.
I know he wasn't doing that.
He stayed in Jersey City. He was coach. Now his father was a great coach, Jersey City area. He stayed over there. And that's it. But I played all over in the playgrounds in New York City, everywhere. So. That's just basically what I did to get my skills up.
So basically what I heard is he used to bust Bobby Hurley up in the park. That's basically what I just heard from him. That's what I heard.
There's a video that shows him crossing up Bobby Hurley.
See, we was going to play each other in high school. He went to what school?
Was it St. Anthony's?
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Anthony's. They didn't have a gym. And my coach wanted everybody to come play us at our school, and they didn't want to do that, so we just didn't play them. So I had to wait, and I played them in college. That was it.
Man, so Kenny, transition over to the NBA. You said you was the number 2 overall pick, sophomore coming out of Georgia Tech. A lot of people might say that, your best years were early in your career when you played with Derek Coleman and Petrovic. Talk to me about those early seasons and how good was Petrovic, because a lot of people say he could have been the greatest foreign-born player to play in the NBA. Talk about those early seasons and how good he was.
Oh, he was awesome. Jonathan Petrovic, rest in peace, man. He's a great shooter. I played in that era with Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls. They was good. Orlando with Penny and Shaq. The Knicks with Ewing.
I'm
Oakley.
So glad you brought that up. We got to get to
we got to get right to it. We got to get
I'm
right
so glad
to it.
you get to it. Get to it, legend.
Cleveland had Mark Price, Darby Harry. It was tough in the East, man. So I played with me, Derek Coleman, Drazen Petrovic was awesome. And we was like the 4th best team in the East. We really was going to do some big things, but Drazen passed away in a car crash, and that just kind of messed our whole franchise up, at the time.
Okay, now I'm gonna excuse myself from this conversation. They better start talking NBA.
We got some serious questions for you.
And Coach Anderson, my blood pressure ain't the best, and they start talking about this '90s basketball and Jordan and LeBron. So I'm gonna let them have it, man. Go ahead.
Who started the disrespect of the '90s basketball?
So Coach Anderson. So you play with my cousin Kendall Gill, and
Yeah.
So we always talk.
Oh, let me say, I got traded for him.
He did.
I know you did. I know.
To me.
I know.
We got traded for each other. I went to Charlotte, and he went to the Nets that year. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
I remember that.
I went to Charlotte, and then he went to the Nets. Yep. We got traded that year. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I remember that. So let's get in. So we always had these debates, right? We always talk,
every day.
And it's not. And so when I talk to Kendall, he says, look, the NBA today is nothing like, it was back when you guys was playing in the 90s, right?
Oh, my
so
God.
What I want to know is, even though you didn't play in today's game, I want you to give the observation of today's game versus back in the 90s.
Wow.
When we had the Knicks,
That's so easy.
Oh, yeah.
That's so soft right now.
Look, bring it.
Soft. They just shoot jump shots. The lane is wide open. When my era in the 90s, man, it was just tough basketball, man. We had the true centers. It was just tough basketball, and that's one of the things. They got more skilled players nowadays. They skilled, but they're a little softer. Contact was it was kind of brutal back then, in the early 90s. So they had to make changes with the lead, and they did. And entertainment, it gets a little more rugged and tougher in the playoffs, but in regular season it's a little softer.
No, you're being nice.
Yeah. We gotta give it to him straight.
No, it's no chaser here.
Hey, tell them we don't be on the game, man. We don't.
You're being nice, cause see, I remember back in the day when you look at the, we can go back and look at the Bulls and the Knicks series.
Yeah,
we can look at, look at X-Man, when he was out there doing it. Look, it was a whole different dynamic. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious to take this a little bit further. You look at the guys nowadays. Let's talk LeBron for a second.
Sir. Let's get to it.
So, you see how the game is played today. LeBron, LeBron going to the hole, doing all the things that he's doing and dominating the game. I need a straight answer from you. Do you think would they have let LeBron do the things that he does now? Would he been able to do that in the 90s?
No. He would be hit hard over and over and over again, but he's a different type of play. He's big. He's really 6'8", 6'9". He's strong. So he would have been taking a beating, though. He definitely would have been taking a beating. Going into that lane, it was nothing nice about going into that lane in the 90s. Nothing at all. But he would have took a beating.
Because, go ahead.
He's so skilled, though. He's so skilled. He would have got over with it somewhat. Playing in any era.
Come on, Coach Anderson.
Get a little further.
Come on, Coach Anderson. Now, look, we talking about, Charles Oakley. We talking about X-Man. We talking about the dudes.
Enforcers.
Right? I don't really care. I understand when it comes to LeBron, he's just a skilled player. No, I'm telling you.
Talk to him, Coach Anderson. Talk to him, Coach Anderson.
I'm gonna be real with you. He's just skilled, and he's big. And he can do it all. Now, would he be affected by it? Yeah, I think so a little bit. He would be affected by it, but he'll realize and he'll get better. He'll get better with it. But that's the difference. He's a difference. Now, so some of these other players, I don't know about it. But him, he would have been he would have been a stud in any era.
Talking, Mr. Anderson, Coach Anderson.
So before we get into the good stuff, I just want to get your opinion, Coach Anderson, on how these guys are playing the game now from the perspective of, when they take nights off. You know, I remember. I mean, let's talk about that for
Could
a
you
minute.
do it in a Jordan would never
I
way?
mean, you know, I don't understand this. I mean, these dudes are making 10 times the money that you guys make.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
So I just want your take on that and how you feel. What's your perspective on that?
It's just crazy, man. The night off, now. When I go watch a NBA game, you know, with my son, you know, and Jason Tatum sits out, and you know, sits.
I think his phone might have just cut out.
Oh no, he'll be back. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
He's coming back.
Because it's coming.
Because the disrespect's coming.
It's coming real quick.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah.
Because I need to know. I had another
I don't think he knows who he's talking to.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
He's back. Hold on. Coach Anderson, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Got me cut off. So just me going to the game, it's a slap in the face seeing some of the greats sit out from time to time, and they got to cut that out, man. You know, we had 82 games, and we had to play all of them. We was getting fined, and it was just the coach would be mad at you. And if you was injured, you injured. You cannot play. But if you just injured and you're not injured, you just chilling. That's saying something, man. That's saying something. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would like to hear this in a Jordan would never way, because they really try to say that they done with your era of basketball.
They're disrespecting
in the name of a man named LeBron James, not even Kobe Bryant. So
yeah, they are.
You talking to actually one of the biggest Jordan slanderers known to man,
Ralph,
and Quentin Walker. So I just want you to put your perspective on how they view your era.
Our era. We couldn't play. We slow. It's not. Jordan ain't play against a lot of great players.
Thank you. That's what I wanted you to answer.
Now these guys are. Let's keep it a buck. They're very skilled. They're very skilled nowadays, and really can play the game of basketball. But most of them do not love the game. Don't play. Don't play don't play all the time. What they schedule permits. They won't play all the games, and that's it was hurting the league somewhat with all the guys sitting out and things of that nature. That's tough, man. But it's great players nowadays. No, it really are. It really is.
Coach Anderson, we're great to take a quick commercial break. And I'm so sorry for them bringing up his nonsense about Jordan and LeBron and including you in the Beyond the Game nonsense that we go through weekly on here.
I get it. Let me get this one. I get it a lot. Like who's the best player, who's the GOAT. Now with me, it goes Jordan.
That's right.
Kobe. That's right. LeBron.
Ooh.
I'm so happy about this interview today.
Coach Anderson,
I'm so happy with this interview today.
We was getting along. This is cute. We was getting along. We was having a good time. We was laughing.
LeBron lovers, because you was born in his era. Y'all born. Y'all didn't see all the great players before him.
Hold on. Oh no. I was there.
Yeah.
No.
Chuck is 73 years old, so he was there through everything. Hey,
look, Coach.
Bob Cousy and them.
That was his era.
Hey, look, Coach Anderson. Look, they don't know nothing about the Knicks Bulls series. They don't know about the Bulls Pistons series.
That's hard nose. Yeah. That's hard. That's hard. That's hard.
They don't understand. When y'all in the playoffs,
come on, bro.
And we was on NBC, right?
Come on.
Yeah. And then you had those 3 days in between games.
Talk legend.
And there was just, it drove people crazy because they couldn't wait to see that game. They couldn't wait to see
definitely,
that.
Definitely.
That New York Madison Square Garden. You got Charles Oakley, Charles Smith, Patrick Ewing, John Starks. Against that man.
But remember, Jordan didn't play against nobody, right?
Oh, yeah, he didn't play.
He didn't play against nobody,
I don't know who none of these people.
Come on,
hey,
man.
we ready to take a quick commercial break on Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. When we come back, we got Coach Anderson. We're going to talk some more NBA, what it was like to play against Jordan and Kobe when we come back on Beyond the Game.
Oh, man, I'm so
Beyond the Game.
I got something for y'all.
I got the front face shot. Y'all start your fights. I got the front face shot, though. They got the back. They just got the head.
Y'all see this on Facebook? They be recruiting people to jump me.
Oh, man.
No.
We just want the truth.
You ever felt so much relief?
Nope.
Oh my God!
In the video now, I don't even get no more. That was all content. It feel like. Well, let me see.
Take deep breaths.
But it's almost as good as that.
It's almost as good as that.
Wait till this intro. Wait till. Ike, you right. Ike said, "You better shut all this shit down." You right, Ike. This is over. We done.
Never invited back. Oh man.
Welcome back to Beyond the Game on WLXU 93.9 FM. We was talking. Coach Anderson said LeBron James is the GOAT, so we're gonna piggyback off of what Coach Anderson was talking about. But now, in today's NBA, who would you say most resembles your game?
A little bit. Kyrie Irving. Okay. Take off some Kyrie Irving, man. He can shoot the ball better than I could shoot it, but his tricks and all that around the basket, he was just awesome. He's awesome.
Man, they done got my blood pressure up in here, Coach Anderson, man. I'm
You good?
All he did was tell the truth.
We only bringing facts.
That's all. That's it.
Coach Anderson brought his opinion to the table.
Somebody who actually played?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach. So speak to me about the 90s basketball, when there was, limited skills being in every game.
Look, hear the disrespect. You hear the disrespect? Here we go. This is what we deal with, Coach Anderson.
Now, Coach Anderson, talk to me about your matchups against Michael Jordan. And you got a young Kobe Bryant when you was coming out of the league?
Yeah, I did. I got a young Kobe Bryant. Michael Jordan was. I didn't guard him, but I got switched off a few times in the post. We had to come and double team and things of that nature, but it was great playing against those guys. They true warriors, true competitors. It was just awesome. And Kobe, when I got in, I got signed in '97 to Portland Trail Blazers, where we played them, and they beat us in 5 or 6 with Robert Horry. Shot the air ball against Utah Jazz. He shot, but he was a great player. You could tell he was going to be great. You could just tell.
So let me ask you this question, Coach Anderson. Since you saw the GOAT, MJ, you played against the GOAT.
Yes, sir.
There's always conversation. You hear different players. They say, man, we had to play that dude. There was fear. There was fear when you had to play that dude. Now, guys like yourself from New York, guys like yourself, them guys, they didn't fear. But were there people out there that really feared this man when he walked on the court?
I don't know. I don't think so. In our era, man, you hear all the jibber jabber people talking about it. But we competed. I'm from New York. I just competed night in and night out, man. It didn't matter who we went up against. So, you hear it from different people and stuff like that. But how serious? It's a game of basketball. You got to compete. You can't be scared to get out there and get it. In our era, it wasn't that many guys scared of him and all that. It just don't make no sense. It's a game of basketball,
Well, Kenny, Oscar back with you here. I want to ask you about today's college basketball versus when you played. And what do you think about today's basketball game, the way the NCAA is running?
The game is still great, man. But it's just watered down. It's watered down a lot. But it's also with everybody just transferring. This crazy to me. You could transfer. Guys transfer 3-4 times, go to different schools in 4 years. I never heard it. I never seen nothing like that. And now I'm coaching at an NAIA school, a small school in Nashville, Fisk University. It's just crazy, man, how basketball has changed a great deal. Now I'm not. Some of it is good and some of it is bad, But it's a little different now.
I got a question.
Well, how do you like coaching?
How what? I couldn't hear you.
How do you like coaching versus having?
I love coaching these young men where I'm at on my level. At Fisk University, because guys is trying to get to where I went, but in a different. I can do it in a different mindset. Getting these guys to get good jobs after they graduate, things of that nature. If basketball don't work out, maybe go overseas, because I'm at a small NAIA school, so I understand where I'm at. So I just try to teach these guys about more than basketball, just about life.
Hey, Coach Anderson, I want to go back to the state of today's college basketball game. So for me personally as a fan, I feel like things like the NIL deals, I feel like the one-and-done things, that's what's killing college basketball to me. Give me your thoughts on the NIL deals. I just feel like when you're paying a kid that much money, how much can you really coach him? How much is he really going to listen?
Yeah, we talk about the NIL deal. I probably wouldn't have had to go pro. I would have probably just got the NIL deal just for all the money and just chill. But no, I think you have to. They got to somehow find a way they can put it in an account and don't give them all their money. I think it's a 50-50 deal. I think it's for them it's 50-50. It's not a bad deal to go about, but it's how they receiving the money is a big issue. I really believe if they can somehow get it to where you can put the money in the account, they can get it when they're finished school or graduation, something like that, but not all at once. And the cars and things of that nature. You college students, so it's just hurting the game a little bit, I think, on how all the money is dispersed out.
So I got a question. So you went to Georgia Tech. You're coaching at Fisk. So I want to talk a little bit about PWI versus HBCU. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got a son that just signed to play at Prairie View, and I'm just curious to get since you've seen both sides.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah.
What do you think? What is your take on the difference between those two when we look at it from a sports perspective, right? I mean, because the narrative that's out there is, you shouldn't go to an HBCU to play a sport, which I completely disagree with. So I'm just curious.
Yes, I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you go anywhere right now, and this is the good thing about it is you go anywhere and get an opportunity to play in the NBA overseas. Now, the game of basketball is a lot different than it was in the 80s or the 90s. So that's and I don't see why a lot of the parents and the mentors, don't go to why not go to HBCUs? You're learning your culture and everything around your people and everything. It's just you could get there differently than how I got there. Nowadays, because with the years and everything has changed. The game of basketball has changed. So it's just I don't understand it.
What you're
I
saying
really
is
don't.
that if you can play, they will find you, no matter what school you go to.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If you can play, they will find you, man. Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, they didn't go to these big colleges. They didn't. I forgot what this Central Arkansas or something like that. Scottie Pippen went, and Dennis Rodman went to I don't know what school he went to. A school in Dallas. Oakley went to was it I don't want to say is it not Hampton?
Virginia Union.
Virginia Union with Ben Wallace with the Virginia Union. So you can't tell me you can't be picked up anywhere and go play. If we're all over, scouts is looking at you all over wherever they find you. But some of the guys that's trying to control some of these kids, they tell them the bullshit. Go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I mean, and
I'm excuse my language, but they tell them the bullshit.
Hey, you speak your truth, man. Speak your truth. Go ahead, let it out.
You should go here, go there, go. Why? Why go here? Go somewhere. This is what I say. Go somewhere where you're gonna be able to be used and learn the game and play basketball and enjoy your college life. Don't go nowhere where you're gonna sit on the bench. That's it. First 2 years, 3 years, sit on the bench. You got to go somewhere where you're gonna learn and be able to play. And a lot of kids just going for the hype. They pick these schools because they love those schools. They watch them and they want to go, but you're not that type of player right now. You might excel somewhere else, but it's just tough, man. Getting to these young men, I don't know who they listen to, their mentors and all that, but you just got to be real with them.
Somebody trying to live vicariously through them.
That's what it sounds like
It's
to me.
always that way.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you a different question. Let's take it down to another level. Let's talk high school basketball, and let's talk AAU. AAU.
He started laughing.
No, I mean, listen. I mean,
It's a lot different.
it is a lot different. It's a lot different when you guys play. But what's your take on the current state of AAU, and how do you think that it's affecting college basketball?
It's all about just money, man. Money, man. And you got 2-3 kids on the teams, and then where are the other kids? Where they're being looked at? So it's a lot. It's so much wrong about it. Nowadays. So it's so much I could talk about with that.
I know. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, I don't want to get too much in it. I'm really not a big fan of it no more. And it's all about the guys that's running these programs and things of that nature. I'm not knocking them, but they trying to they're getting money off it. They getting money, to different kids and sneaker companies and all that. I get it. I get it, but some of these kids is being mishandled through all this AAU basketball.
They're being used and abused.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, exactly. Let's be real with it. And until they realize it, I really believe that I had a great mentor, Vincent Smith, Jack Kern, my high school coach. They didn't take no mess from anybody trying to use me. And they let me know. They brought me in the office and said, hey, this guy. So all I did was play high school basketball, and I played for the Gauchos and Riverside Church. That was it. And Aim High, these are organizations that I played for to get my reps up with, in the summertime when my high school team wasn't playing. So it's a lot different. Yes, I understand that. But I think you really got to have some type of mentor on your side to help you through the slick people and things of that nature.
Coach Anderson, I got a question via Facebook Live. This is from Ike. He wants to know, in the NBA, name 3 point guards where it was really tough to play against. He wants to know which 3 point guard gave you problems in the NBA.
Oh, man, that's Tim Hardaway, Kevin Johnson from Phoenix Suns, Tim Hardaway. And I don't even know the 3. Those 2 I talk about a lot who really gave me problems. But in my era, it was, those 2. They was. The third. I don't know, man. But those 2 was great. I don't know. I got a name. One more. I don't know.
Played against a lot of good point guards.
A lot of good point guards you played against in that era. But those are the 2 that gave me problems, offensively and defensively also. So that's my claim. That's what I'm talking about. They were just great players.
What about Marbury?
Marbury, I got caught on late in my career. Man, he was a great offensive player. He's a great player. Great player. He's from Coney Island, New York, where I grew up. He went to Georgia Tech after these. You know what I'm saying? He was a great player.
Hey, Coach Anderson, I got a question. Since y'all both New York City point guards, who's the better New York City point guard, you or Steph?
What you think?
Hey, I want to hear it come from your mouth. I want to hear you say it, Coach Anderson.
I called on your show, so you'll do it. I'm not going to say anything. I'll talk about it, and I hear it, and then I won't call in no more.
And then Coach Anderson all day long. Great New York City point guard.
Hey, you know what?
You must have watched. You watch Point Guards. You watched it on Showtime, didn't you?
Yeah, the point guard. Yeah, the documentary. Yeah.
So who they said was the point guard, the hottest in New York and all that? Who they said on the point guards?
Who is you?
Yeah,
Kenny Anderson.
All right, man.
Hey, Coach.
No, they're great players, man. We different. Like I always say, it's different eras, man. You can't really pinpoint like Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, all the great ones. It's just different eras. Everybody was great in different eras when they played.
It's like comparing those guys to Walt Frazier, who I grew up watching back in the day when I lived in Brooklyn.
Walt Frazier, he and Nick, he was nice back in then. And then let me tell you something. My whole family was all Nick fans because of Walt Frazier. You know, they all Nick fans.
So
I grew up in the era of Walt Frazier and Reed and Phil Jackson.
Earl Pearl,
David Busher.
Let me,
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
From one New Yorker to another, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
My man, Willis Reed, give a rest in peace, my man. That was my GM at the New Jersey Nets. Yeah. Willis Reed was a great man. I really appreciate him. Drafted me to the New Jersey Nets. It was awesome.
Hey, Coach Anderson, I know we bouncing all over the place, but I just wanted to ask you one quick question because we only have a few more minutes with you.
Yeah.
We were speaking about the HBCUs and you being a coach of a HBCU. Do you ever see yourself trying to go back to Georgia Tech and trying to revamp that college and that basketball team?
Yeah, I probably would love to, but right now I'm trying to vamp and get, Fisk up. And we had a great year last year. We went to the semifinals. We lost to Philander Smith. We lost to Dillard University out of New Orleans. We had a great year, so there's just more to come. So I just love working with these young men here at Fisk University. And if that opportunity comes, I would have to sit and think about it. But that's one school that's great for me is Georgia Tech being back. But Damon Stoudemire is doing a hell of a job. He just got the job last year. He's doing a great job. And I'll always root for my Yellow Jackets.
Well, Kenny, before we cut out of here, I got to say one last thing. We got plenty more time, but I got to bring this up before time runs out. I look forward to you bringing your boys back up here to the Bluegrass to play Kentucky State again. Do you see that happening anytime soon so you and I can share another?
Oh, yeah. I'm working on my schedule now. So, yeah, we won that game. That's one of my biggest wins. Like 4 years ago, we beat them.
I got in trouble for that bottle of water I gave you. You owe me a bottle of water.
We beat y'all. Yeah, so I'm working on it now. So definitely I'm going to make that call next week.
Asked me what I was doing with 2 bottles of water. And I said, I'm taking one to Kenny. She said, why you take one to him? Well, he just got done beating us. You going to give him some water? She said, let him die of thirst.
Yeah.
I said, I can't do that to my homeboy. I said, I got to take care of my people.
Yeah, we're going to get them on our schedule this year because I think like last year I was talking to the coach. We wanted to, but it was just hectic. But this year we were starting our schedule, so I'm going to get it all straightened out.
Can you see yourselves bringing your boys up here to play the Kentucky Wildcats for an exhibition as part of that classic they have every year?
Yeah, that'd be nice. Kyle got all the money. Give me some money, and I'd definitely be down there.
give him a call. I'm sure you
Don't get me started on Cal.
Yeah.
So, Coach, let me ask you. This is the last NBA question we got, and then we're going to transition over into some Fisk stuff. But give me your definition of Steph Curry. How has he changed the game?
Oh my goodness!
In your mind, from a point guard,
just shooting, right? His shooting is incredible, but it's the handle, and I happen to play with his father Dale at Charlotte, so I thought Dale was the best shooter, but Steph Curry just killing it, man. He can dribble and he can shoot the hell out of the ball, and that's the difference. That's the difference. His ball handling skills is crazy.
Do you consider
passing ability, everything?
So do you consider him to be? Because today the way I look at the NBA is a lot of it is positionless, right? Do you consider Steph to be a point guard or a 2 guard? What do you consider him to be?
He's just a guard. Yeah. Like some guys are just guards. Yeah. They could play. He could play both positions. Yeah. But he couldn't guard, he'll guard the 2, but they're bigger, probably a little stronger, but he could still guard them. But he plays offensively like a 1 and a 2. So he's just a guard. Yeah. With his ball handling skills, it just makes it really difficult to guard. And he can shoot extremely well, gets to the bat. He's just awesome.
He's what I call a swinger, swing play. He can play both positions, guard positions.
Yep, he's a swinger. Yep.
Hey, Coach Anderson, this is Quinn. Now, I want to talk about Fisk University and the work that you're doing down there. And I know you're losing one of your top scorers from last season, Jaden Lockett, I believe. What can we expect from Fisk University next season? And, low key, what would you say to the kids in high school in Kentucky right now that might be listening?
Come over to Fisk, baby. Come over to Fisk. So we losing Jay Lockett, but I'm on the prowl now. I've been on it on the phones. Got some recruits coming in next week, following week. So we just, my thing is I try to recruit at least 2 or 3 JUCO players. I don't like a full roster of JUCO players. So right then I'm getting, we're working on it now. I'm gonna talk to my assistant. So I'm on the prowl right now, just trying to, better our team from last year. We had a very good team last year, but you got to get better every year. You have to.
Now, you talked about just finishing up your 4th season at Fisk. Talk to me about what led you to Fisk University.
Rome. He went to Morehouse in Atlanta, and I went to Georgia Tech. And so he about 5 years ago, he offered me the job. I came down and I said, I can do some.
I missed that. Who was it? He said something about somebody from Morehouse.
President Rome. Rome. Yeah, he was. He went to Morehouse while I was at Georgia Tech, and we talked. And then he brought me in, and I said he needs some work, but I was retired. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I wanted to get into coaching. So I said, yeah, I'll do it, and he gave me the job. So I respect that, and it's a good job, but I got to keep working, man. Got to keep working and get better.
Speaking of keep working, what do you want to accomplish during your time at Fisk?
The only thing, my daughter graduated from Fisk last year. It's a great academic school, awesome academic school, but I just wanted to build a basketball program up, basically. My one thing I want to do is win the GCAC championship. I would like to win that one year and see what happens. But I just would like to change the culture of HBCU basketball at Fisk University and just everything. That's basically what I plan on doing. That's what I'm doing. So we making strides. But sometimes it takes some time. You got to be patient. You got to be willing to work. And that's what I'm doing. Right now, that's what I'm doing. So I'm loving it right now. I'm young still. I'm only 53 years old, so I'm able to keep going.
Yes, sir.
Well, a couple more questions before we wrap this up. I don't know if the fellas got any more questions, but for me, I heard through the grapevine that you put out an album called Melodies of the Soul. Is that true? And if it is, can we get a few bars?
Not me.
He said not you.
Not me. I know somebody lying. I can't sing a lick.
Oh man, so we got another Facebook question. They want to know, do you have any Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant stories to tell?
No, I wouldn't tell you. I'll tell you. This is real simple. Jordan, when I first got into second year in the league, or Charlotte, I was playing Mike, and I got a jersey. I got his jersey signed, and he signed it for me. So that meant something. That means he was cool with you. So I gave it to the ball boy in the locker room, brought it in, and he signed it for me. So respect to MJ, respect. But I don't have no Kobe stories. But one, I did play against him in pickup at UCLA. We used to go up to play every morning at UCLA, and he came up and we played. We competed, at UCLA in the summers. So that was it,
So one thing, I remember one time I was sitting down talking to Kendall, and we were talking about Shaq, and he said there are no words to describe, how difficult it is or was to defend Shaq in his prime, how big he is, how strong he was. He was just, if he would have put in the work the work ethic and had the work ethic, he probably would have been
best of all time.
the most dominant dude in the league.
Yeah, definitely. He was so big, man, so strong, run the floor. So he was incredible. But there's another story with Shaq. We played LSU. My first with Chris Jackson. They had a crew. Stanley Roberts, Chris Jackson at the time. Georgia Tech played LSU in the tournament that year. We beat them. We beat them to go on to the Elite Eight. So he was a difficult player back then. And then he came into the league. He was just awesome.
I got a question. Being that we got so many up-and-coming faces of the league with LeBron any day now retiring, who you think will be the face of the league moving forward?
Oh, yeah. I would Jason Tatum. Because I played with the Celtics for 5 years. I'm a big Celtic fan. I think he's right there. He should run it. He should run the league. Jason Tatum. He should be that. He should be that guy.
That's a good choice.
So I know the narrative out there is they're trying to push Ant. That's who they're trying to push.
Anthony Edwards.
With love, they could do that also. He's a great. Anthony Edwards, right? He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's awesome at Minnesota. He's a great player. But but he's a little younger. Jason Tatum has been doing this for years. He's ready, and I don't know why everybody keeps stepping over him. I don't. Joe.
Oh, I think did we lose Mr. Coach Anderson?
No.
I think we lost Coach Anderson. Let me see if he called back real quick before we end the show, man. I appreciate him coming on the show, giving us a little.
Y'all heard what he said though.
What'd he say?
Jordan,
go.
Kobe,
go.
Then LeBron.
I must have missed that segment. I didn't hear that.
Nah, I didn't miss that.
He didn't miss nothing. I heard it loud and clear.
Coach Anderson, you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. But Coach Anderson, we appreciate you for giving us a little bit of your time and calling in and talking about, high school and college and NBA. We really appreciate everything that you're doing down at Fisk University.
Man, keep up the good work, man.
Nah, Kenny, I'll score it all back with you, man. Big O here calling. I look forward to seeing you back up here. Seeing you back up here in the Bluegrass when you take on Kentucky State. And if we get the contract worked out, we'll have the games on air here at Radio Lexi.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Love to have you as a pregame guest.
Yes, sir, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That'd be awesome. Thank you.
When he pulls up the K-State, Beyond the Game is pulling up down there.
No question. Pulling up.
Because I got to talk to Coach Anderson about this 1, 2, 3 he got.
Water, so I don't have to worry about Kentucky State tripping.
Oh, you want to talk to him about what?
I won't talk to Coach Anderson about his 1, 2, 3 ranking, but that's another show for another day.
We can move LeBron down to 5 if you want.
See, there you go with that nonsense. Hey, Coach Anderson, we appreciate you for calling in, man. Have a good one.
All right.
That was Coach Anderson, NBA vet and head coach of Fisk University.
Man, what a good show, man.
Tell him to shout out. I seen that too late. My bad. I seen that. But anyways, I appreciate everybody who tuned into another great show of Beyond the Game, whether you watched via Facebook Live, Twitter Live, YouTube Live. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms.
This has been a great day, right?
Great day.
I bet it has. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Actually, you know what?
We get ready to get them up out of here. Make sure you treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We about this thing, y'all. Peace.